Hi, everyone. It's Dr. Ozzy here. Welcome to the More Than a Pretty Face podcast. Hey, guys. I'm back today with Lacey. If you guys don't know who we are, I'm Dr. Shirazi, a board-certified dermatologist, and she is my right-hand girl, my co-podcast host extraordinaire, and my nurse. Mm-hmm. How long have we been together now, Lacey?
Almost 7 years.
7 years. We're up on our 7-year itch.
Yeah, we've been together. We're married.
We're married.
But
I don't have much of an itch. It's been pretty good. 7 years.
Yeah. It went by fast.
Yeah, it went by. It's going by. And we're having a lot of fun.
We're having a great time.
Thanks for tuning in. And we typically start our podcast with a beauty and blemish.
Yes.
So do you have one this week?
Oh my gosh. It's going to be about my daughter, and she cracks me up. So I have been trying to teach her, like, what's your name? What's your toy's name? Name. And she says name.
What?
It sounds like she says nip. Sometimes it sounds like she's saying nib. It's really hard to understand her. So my mother-in-law was watching her one day, and they bought her a stuffed animal and said, "What do you want to name it?" And she said, "Nib." So they thought that she named her stuffed animal Nip, like nipple. But it's her trying to say the word name. And it's, I don't know, it cracks me up hearing her try to say name because she can't say it.
Oh, she's so
I love
cute.
it. She cracks me up every day.
Oh, well, my daughter, when she was little, she got exposed to so many languages, Farsi, Spanish, English. She was 3 years old, and she'd be like, I'd be like, what are you saying?
She does.
She would just, her brain was just, saying all the words mixed up. So she was jibber jabbering, I swear, until she was like 3.
Seriously. She likes to FaceTime.
Oh,
but she doesn't really talk. Like, she just likes to see people.
Yeah.
And then converse when she feels like it. And the other day she was talking to my mom, and she was just going off. And my mom and my sister were like, "What is she saying?" I'm like, "She does not come with a translator." I have no idea what she's saying to you guys right now, but it's important.
Gosh.
So
wow.
I guess my blemish is not being able to understand her a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's frustrating for both you and her, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my blemish is really embarrassing.
I love embarrassing.
No, it's really bad. So, I'm just like, lately it's just been so busy with the kids' summer schedules. So I'm like running out the door, as I usually do. And, I have 2 slip-on shoes. My original Gucci slippers with the fur, which I bought years ago, thinking I'll never wear this. I bought it for a pajama party, thinking I'm just going to wear it to a pajama party and I'll never wear this again. Well, I've been wearing it every day for 6 years. And then recently I'm like, well, these were such a successful pair that I invested in. When I was in Vegas, I went to Hermes and I bought some really nice black slipper mules, right? And so I'm running out the door, and so I put one Gucci slipper that's velvet and fur, and then the other one this black leather with and I'm just running to the car, and as I'm getting out of the car to walk into the office, I'm like, what the heck is going on? Because I have this habit. Anybody else do this? I get in the car and I love the slippers because I just slip them right off because my feet sometimes I just don't like to put anything on my feet. So I just take them off. And I just did not realize until I was putting them back on to get out of the car that I had 2 different pairs of shoes. Now imagine going in to see a doctor with a black shoe and then a green slipper with fur, I'm going.
How did you not feel the difference on your feet?
I know, right? I should have. I don't know. I was just I slipped it on and I was my kids, they are just drill song. Mom, where are you? Let's go. Usually it should be me telling them to come, but I'm always the last one running. And from the place I put my shoes on, which is right outside the garage, to my car is just a few steps. And so I think I was thinking that I have a habit of doing this. I was thinking about this other stuff. And so I was not paying attention.
Oh my gosh.
So thank goodness I keep extra pairs of shoes in my office in a drawer, just in case this happens. But usually it's just, I've accumulated these shoes in my office.
Well, Selena, our esthetician, has this habit too.
Yeah.
So we keep their extra everything in our office.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my blemish. And I guess my beauty is I am having one of my favorite snacks, which is really bad. I'm having these cheese balls with these fudge
chocolate
crackers.
Yes.
There's something about
cheese and chocolate.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yes.
It's like salty and cheesy with this like chocolate and sweet. Anyways, you guys always want to know what I eat. This is like my guilty pleasure.
You know what mine is? Cheez-Its and peanut M&Ms.
Oh, that is a good one.
So good.
I do like that one. That's a good
my
combo.
gosh.
Okay, so we're going to be doing our part 2 of sunspots and age spots.
Yes.
I had so much to say about it. We decided to break it up into 2 parts.
Yes.
So we don't totally lose you guys and like
and our
make
rambling.
it super long. So yeah, this is part 2.
Skincare edition.
Skincare edition. So if you didn't listen to part 1, we talked about treatments in the office for sunspots. Everyone is going to be post-summer rehabbing their skin. So I thought it was a good topic to do.
Yes.
So let's get started.
Yes. So before we get started, you guys don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast and leave a comment. Follow us on Instagram and DM us your questions. We love to hear from you guys.
We have a new Instagram page at More Than a Pretty Face Podcast. So make sure you check that out. And if you're watching this or listening to this, take a screenshot, post it to your stories. Make sure you tag me at Skin by Dr. Ozzy. I love to hear from you.
Oh my gosh. And you know what I forgot?
What?
We've been doing giveaways, you guys.
Oh, yes.
So even more of a reason to follow us.
Every other week. And these are like really good products.
Really good.
Really
Like,
good. Big brand names. You guys
and
definitely
a lot.
don't miss out on it.
These are really good giveaways.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk skincare.
So let's start with skincare because that's always easy. You can do that at home. And I cannot stress the most important product is sunscreen.
Yes.
Because that is what is triggering your sun damage. So if you don't address the root cause, what's the point of trying to clear it up? So get in the habit of wearing an SPF moisturizer every single morning. I don't care if you're not leaving your house and you're in front of Zoom all day. You still have windows. UVA rays still come through windows. Hi everyone, it's Dr. Ozzy here. Happy September. Fall is almost here, and so is the time to transition your skincare routine from summer to fall. For our podcast listeners only, we're offering 20% off our best-selling moisturizers, Intense Recovery Complex and Restore. Get your moisturizer in time for the upcoming season with our limited time promo. Take 20% off at checkout on AziMDSkincare.com with code September20. I love to see your skin transformations, so tag me in your stories and post on Instagram at Skin by Dr. Ozzy and show me your skin transformations with AziMD Skincare. UVA rays still come through windows. Those are the ones that cause sun damage, and they're out all day long. Mm-hmm. And when you drive, you go out, check the mail. And I tell patients, hey, you got in the car, you came into my office, so you went outside, so you still get sun exposure. So that's number one.
Especially in California.
Yeah, especially in California. So let's talk about ingredients that help lighten pigmentation and sun damage. Sometimes really they don't remove things. You actually still need a laser, but these products will still help. One is retinols, and that is just good for not just sun damage and sunspots, but it does really help protect your skin. I look at retinols like an antioxidant. It's a vitamin A derivative. And what it does is it helps with the pigmentation, lightening the skin, but it also helps renew your skin cells. And by renewing your skin cells, you're pushing through healthier, better skin cells. and getting rid of the old damaged cells. So that's really the main mechanism that helps pigmentation and just overall health and texture of your skin.
And be on it
Also-
forever.
yeah, and never stop it, of course.
Never stop.
It also helps boost circulation. It protects your skin and helps, stimulate new collagen. So that's second. And then hydroquinone, I guess, should have been, it's a little bit more specific for sun damage, and it's a lightening agent. So what it does is it blocks the enzyme conversion that you need for your skin cells to produce melanin. So it's a tyrosinase inhibitor. Tyrosinase is what is responsible for converting and making melanin. It's what gives your skin pigment. So by blocking that, you don't allow the melanin formation. So hydroquinone, you can only get 2% over the counter from our office in Dermabright pads, which also have other natural lighteners like kojic acid, arbutin, vitamin C, niacinamide, Burberry, Emblica. Those are all plant-based natural skin lighteners that you can use. And then there's also azelaic acid. So if you're super sensitive or you have red and brown, so maybe you have some rosacea and you have sun spots, brown spots, azelaic acid is awesome. It is the jack of all trades. It treats rosacea, acne, pigmentation, and it's a gentle exfoliant. So I love azelaic 10 serum. That's my favorite, but other brands like Paula's Choice has a 10% azelaic acid. You can get prescription azelaic acid as well, and it's pregnancy safe.
Oh, there you go.
So unlike retinol and hydroquinone, azelaic acid is considered pregnancy safe. Dermabright pads without the hydroquinone just have natural plant-based brighteners. So that's also safe for pregnancy because that's one of the conditions that makes you more prone to discoloration.
But to confirm, you wouldn't want to use all of these products at the same
So
time.
I'm
you
sorry,
guys.
I should be more clear, but these are just these are ingredients that help lighten pigmentation.
I know you get so excited about
excited,
skincare. I love it.
And then the last one, vitamin C. Yes. Vitamin C is definitely great for hyperpigmentation.
You guys, I can't stress enough how the glow serum
I love the glow
is
serum.
my favorite.
Yeah.
I literally started in January the glow serum and the retinol, the Lift and Renew serum, and the BB cream. That's it. And the amount of compliments I've gotten on my skin just since starting that
I love it.
is amazing.
So it's formulated with tetrahesyl ascorbic acid, which is a new, very chic vitamin C because it's less irritating. It penetrates deeper. So if you get sensitive skin, that's a good one to use. It's also very effective, and I love it too. So the glow serum is 20% vitamin C,
and it doesn't smell like
it doesn't smell like hot dogs.
It's just my thing.
Which Illuma C does, as does the SkinCeuticals vitamin C serum. And then the last ingredient I'll talk about is glycolic acid. Glycolic acid is an exfoliant, and that helps take off dead skin cells that get built up. It also allows for renewal of your skin cells, and glycolic acid in particular of the acids really helps with it just brightens the skin. I love glycolic acid. And these acids help penetrate your other skincare products. So if you're on a glycolic acid like once or twice a week, most likely your other skincare products are penetrating better. You're probably getting more out of those products.
Now, is glycolic acid safe during pregnancy also?
It depends on who you ask.
Oh, okay.
I think it's safe as long as you're below 7%, but you probably want to ask your GYN.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I'm not a GYN. I don't deliver babies. And the pregnancy skincare is a little bit, gray because it depends on the formulation. It depends on how often you're applying it. It depends on, how much you're applying, like how many body surface areas you're applying it to. So all those things need to be taken into consideration. If it's a 5% or a 2% glycolic acid and you're doing it twice a week, really that's not enough to get absorption into the bloodstream. But and it could be personal. Some people don't want to take any risk, like zero risk, right?
Yeah.
So ask your GYN to be sure. But azelaic acid is commonly, accepted. Glycolic acid can be as well if it's less than 7%.
Okay.
But yeah, so you brought up a good point. You don't want to use all these products together, right?
Mm-hmm. Talk about irritation.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
So if you combine some of the products some of the ingredients into one product. So one thing I didn't mention was Bakuchiol is also pregnancy safe.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't help as much with pigmentation as retinol does, but formulating Bakuchiol with a retinol makes that retinol more potent because you're kind of doubling up on that ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
Or a product with retinol and glycolic acid into one product, like Skin Better Science has a product. It's called Alpha Ret because it has an alpha hydroxy acid with a retinol. Lift and Renew has Bakuchiol with the retinol, which makes it more potent. Actually, the studies show that it's just as effective as tretinoin, which is prescription Retin A. That's obviously the gold standard if we're talking about, Retin A as an ingredient. But am I forgetting something?
I don't think so.
So here's what I would do if you want to have a regimen. So let's go through, because this is always the hard part for people. How do I make this into a routine?
Right.
Give us step by step.
Basics,
Yeah,
step by step.
You just, I just rambled off all these
whole lot of ingredients.
And I didn't mean to do that. I just got excited and wanted to just blah all this information out. But so what would you do? So let's say you have combination skin and you love wipes, like you love pads. And some people do love that. So what I would do is a gentle cleanser. And then you can use like Dermabright pads, which have the natural skin brighteners with the option to add hydroquinone, followed by a vitamin C serum in the morning, and then your SPF moisturizer. So that would be your morning routine. And then at night, you would cleanse, you would use your retinol, and then depending on the formulation of your retinol, then use a moisturizer after that. So that would be a good regimen for somebody who has combination skin, who doesn't have sensitive skin and loves those like exfoliating wipes or pads. You can also, instead of Dermabright pads, you can also use like glycolic toner, or just to make it simple, just skip the toner. Just use a vitamin C in the morning and a retinol at night. So that's one scenario. Yeah. Now, if you have sensitive skin, what I would suggest, or you have rosacea, which has got some redness, then use azelaic acid as your main, source for pigmentation. And then you can come back and do a low percentage glycolic acid, like twice a week. So you would cleanse, azelaic acid, and then an SPF day cream. And then at night, the same routine, but twice a week, replace the azelaic in the morning or at night, it doesn't really matter, with a glycolic toner. Like Clarify Pads has 2% glycolic, 2% salicylic acid. And you can even do that if you're acne prone because of the salicylic acid in Clarify Pads.
You would skip the vitamin C in sensitive skin, is what you're saying?
Well, so with sensitive skin, you want to use as few products as possible. And sometimes vitamin C, especially if they're over 10%, can be very irritating for sensitive skin, especially if they're not stable and so forth. Now, what you can do is do that regimen just with the azelaic acid and a couple of times a week, exfoliate with glycolic. After a month or so, try using vitamin C in the morning, azelaic acid at night. You can titrate up, but try to stick with a regimen for a month before adding a second active product.
Okay.
My spiel. So
yeah, I know
3 steps, right? Cleanse, treat, and then protect. So your treatment step is in the middle after you cleanse, because the first thing you should put on after cleansing is your treatment step, because that's what you want to get absorbed. If you're moisturizing and then putting on your treatment, it's not going to get through.
Right. Because
the moisturizers act as a barrier. They protect your skin so they don't allow the actives to penetrate. So that's why I like, cleanse, treat, and then protect your skin.
Well, I'm sure what everyone wants to know is, what is your regimen?
My regimen.
Like
So,
summertime, prevent the pigment, sun damage.
It varies because now I have a little bit of a rash on my cheek because I've been trying all these brands send me products to give them feedback, and like, you know, I end up using too many things.
So you're not following your own advice.
So not at the moment because I'm helping out a skincare company. They send me some products. So anyway, long story. But so what I do in the summer, I don't do this in the winter, but I use the Dermabright pads. I cleanse with Purify. I use Dermabright. And then I'll use the Glow Serum or Illuma C. But lately, I've been using the Glow Serum because I love it so much.
Me too.
And then I use Hydroquinone BB. So I'm not wearing any foundation. This is just Hydroquinone BB because I'm really lazy and my time is so limited. I have to have a moisturizer, a foundation like product, and an SPF in one. And then I just use the powder throughout the day. And then at night, I cleanse. I've been using the Lift and Renew. Previous to that, I was on prescription Retin-A, but this summer, I've just been loving how the Lift and Renew feels on my skin.
It feels so good.
So Lift and Renew, and then I moisturize with Restore. So that's my 3 steps at night.
I know. I'm like super basic, especially with almost a 2-year-old. Oh my gosh. So weird saying that. And I am not one of these like obsessive skincare guru people that I just like the basics.
Some of these YouTube videos, they're like 58 steps. You're like, seriously?
I can't.
And then they wipe it all off and then put on an overnight mask. I'm like, what? You just wiped it all off.
Nope.
You guys can watch my reaction video. Oh no, I haven't done a reaction video to that one. Never mind.
Just
cut that part out.
But yeah, my regimen is about the same as yours.
Yeah. So that was good.
Yes.
I talked a lot about a lot of ingredients.
I love how passionate you are about ingredients and skincare and just like skin in general.
Yeah, I hope that all made sense because I feel like I was just like, you know, going off on all these ingredients. For more information, follow me on Instagram at Skin by Dr. Ozzy. I do a lot of Q&A. So if I lost you on the regimen and the skincare stuff, send me a DM or join one of my Skin Talk Q&As on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Bye.
Bye.